the Tool Man, we have Bob Barker, we have
What About Bob?
What About Bob?
Yeah.
And then we got Bob from Mueller.
Exactly.
And we were talking about what it is, what you do, and we're happy to have you here. And there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of communities out there. There's a lot of people going green, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And you know, how many? I'm going to ask you a difficult question because that's my job, and you know, and the fact is that the folks out there need to know. I mean, is everybody out there who says they're building green and eco-friendly really doing the steps that they need to do?
No. And see, the beauty of it is that Austin Energy has its own program that actually defines if somebody's really building green or not. So here in Austin Energy program, I would say there's about between 75 and 80 five-star green homes in all of Austin. That's it.
That's not very much.
That's it, yeah. I mean, that's not very many. But they have very strict guidelines of exactly what qualifies for a five-star green home or not. The beauty is that Streetman has built about 35 or 36 of those out of the 80, all at Miller, which is really incredible when you think about it. So almost 50% of all the five-star green homes in all of Austin reside right at Miller, and those are the ones that Streetman are building. So that's pretty cool.
So what should someone expect? What's the difference between someone pretending out there and then something that you're doing out there? Give me three things that really stand out.
Well, the ultimate thing for a consumer to test is what their utility bills are. That would be the ultimate test.
Yeah, but if I haven't bought the house yet, I mean.
That's true. So I would ask the home builder to share utility bills of existing homeowners and see what they're like. That would put your money where your mouth is, and we can do that. So, like, I live in a Streetman. It's not even a five-star green, but I save about $100 to $150 over my next-door neighbor who has the exact same size house I do, just because we build a better house that's greener than what my neighbor's builder did. But that would be one. I would ask them how, the quality of the windows is an example, or I would ask them how they have insulated the home. One of the biggest things is the way you insulate the home and create what we call a thermal envelope. The thermal envelope, when you do it right, the whole house is like taking a big igloo cooler and putting over the entire house. So it keeps it at a very static temperature. My attic is an example. What have we had in 100-degree days in Austin? Like over 60 something?
Yeah, we're one day from the record.
Yeah, so like 65 or something like that. The hottest my attic has ever been in my model home, which is on the 3rd floor, because I have a 3rd floor room, so that's way up there. The hottest it's ever been is 80.8 degrees. That's it.
And the secret to that is?
Creating a thermal envelope with this spray foam insulation.
Okay, so you're using foam. You're using either a closed cell or an open cell foam.
That's correct, an open cell foam.
Using an open cell foam.
Right.
And there is a difference, too, folks. There's a difference between an open cell and a closed cell. You use the wrong foam in an application, you can do very bad things to a structure.
That's true.
So it's very important to deal with people that understand what type of foams to use. So that utility cost goes down because if your attic, which is a huge issue, new construction, as we know, is something we can design a home to be energy efficient from the ground up.
That's
right?
correct.
Now, what about those homeowners who bought a home 5 years ago,
Sure.
7 years ago, who don't have all these features?
Right.
What can they do?
Well, the very first thing I'd probably recommend them doing is having what they call a blower door test. Blower door test for leakage in the house. Typically, if a house is built in the 80s, they probably will have leakage over 20%. If to be a green builder, you have to have less than 10. Streetman is actually less than 5%. And that is just wasted energy. It's almost like you're heating your or you're cooling your attic because of all the leakage in the ducts. So you just absolutely don't want that. So that would be the first thing. Then I would go and truly check out the insulation value that you have in your attic. People can retrofit with spray foam. It's not hard to do at all. The people that do our homes at Miller also retrofit. And all you basically do, because and a lot of people don't understand this, but in our attics, we do no venting whatsoever. So there's no soffit vents, there's no roof vents, no attic vents.
So is it a conditioned airspace then?
Semi-conditioned, yeah.
Okay. So, but you're not actually putting conditioned air into there. You're just making it its own. So it's inside the envelope, but it's actually separate from the living space.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
That's exactly right. So just envision how that HVAC system is working so efficiently up there to create 65-degree air to get into the house at 72. It's doing it where it's only 80 degrees instead of 140. It's a huge difference. Plus, it's not all this hot air trying to push into your house. So the house becomes very efficient. So I build a 2,691 square foot one-story at Miller. I've gotten two of my homeowners' utility bills back for the whole year. One of them is averaging $121 a month, gas and electric combined. The other one is averaging $126. Now, find me many people who have a 2,700 square foot home that have those kind of gas and electric bills over the course of a year. That's incredible. When you think
It is incredible, and a lot of people think it's really expensive too. I mean, a lot of builders out there that don't think like you do as Streetman, they're like, well, you know, I think I'll just wait. I think it's going to go back to the way it was before. I think that we're going to go back to the bad insulation. We're going to go back to complete ventilation. I mean, I've argued with Home Energy Solutions, you know, within what we do here and with my outside company, that we're not going back. We're not going back to the way we were before. You can't, I heard Tim say a couple weeks ago, we can't get younger again. You know, we can't get younger. And Steve, you know, what do you think about that?
Well, Bob, I have a question for you. Is Streetman building all their homes this way?
No, not all of them. But we do build green homes. But at Miller in particular, we just stepped it up a notch.
I see.
Absolutely.
I see. Because I know that you build homes in all price ranges.
Absolutely.
And you start in the 200s, is that right?
Low 200s.
Okay.
Right.
So if I were to get into a Streetman home in the low 200s, is it possible to have these type of features?
Yes. Yeah. Those are always options with us. Absolutely. But keep in mind, we still always, at a minimum, use radiant bare decking. We use great quality windows. So, as an example, that's what my home is. I came here, and when I bought my home, I did not work for Streetman. And one of the reasons why I went to work for him is because I built homes. I've moved many, many times in my life in the corporate world, and we just built a great home. And it was just something I could put myself behind and say, hey, this is a great product. I have no problem representing that. And so that's why, as an example, my home, it's about 3,000 square feet. I live in Circle C. It's a two-story. The highest my gas and electric bill has ever been combined is $212. That's it. I mean, think about that. People out there listening going, there's no way. But it's true. Where my neighbor is $350 just for his electric bill.
Yeah, it's smart. It's an intelligent way of attacking a market. You know, in the future, you know, we're going to see more homes built like we're doing in Muir than we are the other ways.
Of course.
I think that's a fair statement. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely, because electric bills are only going to go up, the price of energy.